Sorry, folks. I was just talking to myself. Sorry for the delay, but we are back. We are locked. We're loaded. We're ready to rock and roll. Dawn, I just was reading a great note, and nobody heard me read it. It was from Dawn Davis. Where is she? I feel better after hearing Jeff decode the Bible. Feel the chains breaking, if you will. Wrapping my head around this. Thank you, Dawn. That's why I am known as the Christian Whistleblower, and welcome to this live program. Sorry for the delay. If we do have a problem a little later and I lose power for a second, have no fear. I'll be right back. It's a long story that doesn't need to be told right now, and we do appreciate you very, very much. Thanks for being here. A little bit of a different thing today, maybe a little lighter, maybe not so serious, or is it so serious? If you're wondering, Jeff, your hair is really turning brown. How's that happening? Well, it's happening because of the C60 purple power. I can't explain it, but C60 purple power seems to be the fountain of youth in a bottle. I don't need to read reading glasses. My hair is turning its natural honey brownish blonde again, and everything is A-okay. But what say that we get into DC Supernatural, or Supernatural DC. I'm talking about Washington, DC, ladies and gentlemen. And is there something supernatural about Washington, DC? Is there something nefariously supernatural about Washington, DC? And let's get into the specifics, or even the specifics of it right here and right now. Folks, I want to show you this, and I want to talk to you about this. And I'm a great enthusiast of the Supernatural TV show. I know it's a little bit campy. I know it's a little bit teen-oriented. That just shows how immature I am. But I know that that's the way it is. And of course, and you can let us know in the chat room, are you Team Dean or are you Team Sam? I'm probably Team Dean, although I wish I could be Team Sam. Maybe when I grow up, I'll be Team Sam, but right now, I'm pretty much Team Dean. And you can say if you're Team Sam or Dean, and if you see me as being Team Sam or Dean. But Supernatural, I'm wondering, did the Supernatural TV show disclose a dark secret about Washington, D.C.? And I'm convinced that this television series, even though it is silly and campy, but really good and very well done. Tracy Dyer, what the hell is wrong with you? She's never seen Supernatural. Girl, you got to correct that. Post haste. Pretty damn skippy. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that this TV show does break stuff. This TV show does disclose knowledge, and it does disclose some disinformation too. There are people that write for it, and I think it's concluded now, that know some shit, as they say. But in this particular episode I'm talking about, I think it's in season 2, which Cynthia and I are rewatching. In season 2, ladies and gentlemen, Sam and Dean tip us off, and sometimes they tick people off too. But in this case, I'm talking about tipping us off, because in the series, and this is a picture from the series, or my interpretation of a picture from the series, because we never want to violate copyright. In season 2 of Supernatural, Sam and Dean Winchester, that's the characters, they discover a giant pentagram of railroad steel framing a location, and speculate that it might be keeping something in, because demons in the series can't cross iron. So there's big iron. These are railroads. This is a great big huge area, and these are railroads. And these railroads enclose something that's in this area. You can see it's right in here. And in the episode, it was discovered that in here was a cowboy cemetery, a Western cemetery right in the middle. And that in that cemetery, there was a, what do they call those things? A crypt. The things that are above ground. There was a crypt, and within the crypt, there was a gate to hell. It's a TV show, okay? So that got me wondering. I'm like, you know what? I've heard that Washington, D.C. is also laid out according to a pentagram. And I just started thinking, and Washington, D.C. is, as I discovered, laid out in a pentagram, actually It's laid out in an inverted pentagram to be accurate. And you see that inverted pentagram represented here on this handy dandy, super cool PowerPoint slide done by yours truly, and just moments before the show started. And again, that's one of the reasons why we were a little bit tardy. So DC is not a pentagram. It's an inverted pentagram. And if you know much about these things, inverted pentagram is no bueno pentagram. Upright pentagram, power symbol, think of it as man. Inverted pentagram, man inverted, no bueno. So anyway, the DC pentagram, ladies and gentlemen, if you looked at a map, here at the south is the White House. This is the White House right here. So south from the White House, going up to, I guess you'd call it the going up to the tops of these two legs, which are really the bottom if it was a real pentagram. And you can see it's many times the upside down one is equated with a goat. Here's the goat's horns. Here's the goat's ears. Here's the goat's face. So it's like Baphomet. So south from the White House, north up to P Street. The letter P Street is up here. P Street Northwest. And then to the west, it goes to Washington Circle. And to the east, it goes all the way over to 8th Street Northwest. So that is the Washington, D.C. inverted pentagram. And being your intrepid reporter, not repeater, I spent the last couple of hours on Google zooming in. And yeah, the White House is there. That's a slam dunk. No big deal. But I started looking at like what's right here in the middle, and what could be said to be in the heart of the pentagram to carry on the supernatural analogy, and what could be there that's actually maybe theoretically being kept in and being held in like it was in Supernatural. And I found some interesting things. Is there a gate to hell within the confines of Washington, D.C.? Somebody might say several, and you might be right. But I did find, the White House to the south, but that's kind of a slam dunk, and that's not really that remarkable. But I did find a couple of other candidates, ladies and gentlemen, for gates to hell within the Washington, D.C. pentagram. The White House, it's down here, but it's not really the heart of the pentagram. It's almost not in it, but it is still right there. This is Pennsylvania Avenue. Here it is, 1400. So the whole White House really is within the bottom part of the pentagram, which is interesting that did I just lose video, I wonder? It's interesting because if it was not an inverted pentagram, it was just a regular pentagram, the White House wouldn't be within it, because the bottoms would be down here, and the White House itself wouldn't be within the point of the pentagram. So that's an interesting point. Pardon the pun. But I do find a couple of interesting institutions located within the inverted pentagram. And in fact, they are both very close to the heart. They could even be said to be two chambers of the inverted pentagram, two chambers of the heart of the inverted pentagram. You want to know what they are? Okay, here's number one institution within the heart of the pentagram: the National Education Association. I'm not making it up. I'm serious. The NEA. Is there any other organization more responsible for the indoctrination and perpetuation of the fear and guilt, blood magic control matrix than the National Education Association? Well, you might say the church, and that, if the National Cathedral was in there, that'd be cool, but it's not. But the NEA is there. The ones that indoctrinate our kids from 5 years old until some of them 45, still living in your basement. But the National Education Association, is the National Education Association full of demons? Probably. Is it located within the DC pentagram? Yes. Does it qualify? Yes. Very, very interesting. But the second one, I'm thinking, okay, NEA is it. There can't be anything worse, right? Well, if there was a competitor, it would be the Motion Picture Association of America. They would certainly qualify as being a competitor to the NEA for unleashing demons and thought control and mind control upon the American public and really the world, because if America sneezes, even spiritually, the rest of the world catches spiritual cold. So you've got the NEA and you've got the Motion Picture Association of America. And folks, you wouldn't have known this if you didn't follow the Christian Whistleblower. So be happy, be thankful, and I appreciate you. And then I started thinking, on TV, on the show, Sam and Dean didn't get there in time. Things happened, and the demons got out. What will we do? We know where the demons are. We know they're located within the NEA. We know they're located within the Motion Picture Association of America and many other places. What will we do? Will we rise up to fight against these nefarious entities and these nefarious organizations that are certainly rising up to fight against us? Will we begin to call them out? Will we begin to say, no, we're not going to listen to you anymore? No, we're not going to put up with you anymore. Will we begin to do that, or will we just smile and nod and continue on life as usual? And if you're tired of pain as usual, if you're tired of hurting as usual, if you're tired of being lethargic as usual, you won't want anything to do with EnergyMedFit.com, ladies and gentlemen, because Energy MedFit is the home website of my friend Glenn Streeter, and specifically the perf technology that I'm finding to be very, very remarkable. Go to EnergyMedFit.com, check it out, and you can even call Glenn directly, and he will give you a great discount for being involved with the Christian Whistleblower. So the demons on TV got out, ladies and gentlemen, and I just have to ask, what will we do? Are we ready to fight, or are we, ready to surrender? I hope that we're ready to fight. I hope that we're not ready to surrender, because we are the last generation of real humans, and we can do it, but we do have to, ladies and gentlemen, get busy. There's no doubt about it. Don't save the changes, close it down. Talking to myself out loud. Well, thinking to myself out loud. You always talk out loud. Why do I say I was just talking out loud? We always talk out loud. I think I lost the video, and that's okay, because that means I'll just tell you, I went to the new camera, which is my phone, and I forgot to plug it in. So, well, it died, and it's my fault. It died, and it's my fault. But we do have the backup camera, and it may not work that great, but it's better than you sitting there not seeing me. So we'll see if we can't fix up this green screen just a tad while we decide to go into the chat room. So, ladies and gentlemen, see, you can't keep a good man down. You can't keep a good chat room down. Let's go in and take a look at the chat room and see what is going on. The hell spot is right between your ears. Ha, ha, ha. Isn't that funny? But of course, it is true as well. So what do we got to say about this one? Let's see. Thanks for the Young Pharaoh interview. My thank you for watching it, Sapphire Owl. I really do appreciate you. What else we got? What else do we got? Anything about the subject matter? Symbolically charged for sure, says Tracy Dyer. I agree. Megan loves Supernatural because she's really smart. So does Jules. It's a great show. M. Ron lived in D.C. Don't know about Supernatural, but it is full of a-holes. It's weird and taxing for an empath. I cannot even imagine. Plum Master says it's definitely nefarious. And folks, the spot says Dean. Cynthia says it's scary. I think she's talking about Supernatural. Ryan, you got to step up and watch that, brother. That's very unsanitary, you two touching tongues, but it's kind of cool. I like it. I get it. Only on YouTube. No cable since 2014. I don't know if you can see Supernatural. You can see it on YouTube TV if you want to pay for that. My grown children watch it every day. African Goddess, all grown children watch Supernatural. I should know because I am a grown child. It is way more intelligent than Stranger Things. I agree. Although Stranger Things wasn't too bad itself. How about Grimm? I've watched that a couple times. It didn't catch me. I may try it again. It's on a ley line. Yes, it is. Inverted, depending on perspective. Well, I guess that could be true as well. Big Teddy Smooth. DC was formerly known as New Rome. I knew they were going to call it Columbia. Well, District of Columbia. It's a phallus. Yes, it is a phallus. What else we got here? Maybe that there's portals. Could be. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'll second that. I appreciate it. It is an interesting topic. Thank you. Remember the cartoon Chalk Talk? I don't. I really don't remember it. I can see your screen share, but your video has stopped. Yeah, I figured that out. Let's see. Dan Brown's Da Vinci Code does cover a lot of it, and it's an interesting read, even if you don't really like that kind of literature. It's pretty cool because it does talk a lot about the Masonic and symbolic stuff within Washington, D.C. Okay. Jeff, I'm tired of being tired. Yeah, me too. But I'm not tired anymore. So I'm happy. The Demons got Kobe. I didn't want to do it, but I think tonight, later on, I'm going to have to do a show about the Kobe Bryant situation. Don't want to, but there's so much clamor for it, and there's so much interesting stuff going on that I do need to do. I do need to tackle it. I do need to answer it. Shape-shifting Jeff, absolutely. I am back live. Let's see. Revealing everything works great for me. Good. Glad to hear that. Are we ready to rumble? I am. Public schools are indoctrination centers. We got to do something about that. The promo will work. It's TCW10. It will work. Supernatural is a good show. Thank you very much, Cindy. Is there a way to get a list of all the Freemasons? No. They guard that very, 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 very carefully. Megan doesn't want to watch TV. I get it, but every now and then I do. Rom, living in D.C., was almost kidnapped in broad daylight one day, and she's a grown-ass woman. That's interesting. The shape of the Capitol, it's somebody says that it's shaped like a certain part of the male genitalia. I didn't watch the Chamberlain Heights video. I haven't had a chance yet. Excuse me. I can't find my mute button right now. I did find it, thankfully, in goodness. Let's see. The best part of DC is the museums. Cynthia and I are going to be heading out there in the spring, summer. It is the C60 and the oil. TCW10, absolutely. That's the code. It's a secret society. Is the C60 a secret society? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it's a secret society of youth. It is a great TV series. I do like it. I want to go to the Washington Monument, place my hand on the damn thing, and just close my eyes and feel the energy. I'll do that, Ryan. I'll do that. Okay, folks, I thought you might be interested in that. I think it was interesting. I think it was kind of cool. And I think it gives us something to think about. But the most important thing to remember is that you don't have original sin. You've got the spark of divinity within. I got distracted by Jules' last comment, and it was a good one. And we are here to remind you that you don't have that original sin. You got the spark of divinity within, and that it's time to unindoctrinate yourself, which means guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, and be, ladies and gentlemen, your own guru. That's what we want you to do. That's what we want you to be. We want you to be free, and we want you to live life and life more abundantly in peace that passes all understanding. They say that history is written by the winners. We say bullshit. We're the new winners, and we're making history, not writing it. We're making history today, and we're making a better tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're here for. And we can do it. And all we have to do is get busy. For Cynthia, I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. And we want to remind you once again that there's never been a better time to unindoctrinate yourself.